A Bitcoin bombshell trumps digital gambit. Hold on to your MAGA hats, folks, because things are about to get weird. And by weird, I mean weirder than a Trump rally held in a time capsule buried under a KFC. The Donald, never one to shy away from a headline, has dropped a bombshell. An executive order signed, sealed, and ready to disrupt the very fabric of global finance. America, it seems, is going all in on Bitcoin. Yes, you heard that right. The guy who once thought Bitcoin was a typo in a tweet about bird law is now building a strategic reserve of the stuff. It's like finding out your grandpa, who still uses an AOL email address, is suddenly the world's biggest Dogecoin influencer. This ain't no joke, though. Trump's executive order calls for the creation of a strategic Bitcoin reserve, a digital Fort Knox stuffed to the digital gills, with everyone's favorite decentralized volatile cryptocurrency. The goal? To challenge China, bolster the dollar, and maybe, just maybe, finally figure out how to send an email without accidentally forwarding that chain letter about a Nigerian prince. Buckle up, America. We're going on a wild ride into the strange and confusing world of cryptocurrency, and this time there's no turning back. So what does this Bitcoin bombshell mean for the good old US of A? Will it launch us into a new era of economic dominance? Or are we staring down the barrel of a financial crisis that would make the Great Depression look like a casual dip in the stock market? The answer, as with most things involving economics and Donald Trump, is a resounding, we have absolutely no bloody idea.
On the one hand, proponents of the move, those brave souls who can actually explain blockchain without resorting to interpretive dance, argue that this is a bold power move, a way for America to wrestle control of the emerging digital currency landscape from the clutches of China and their digital yuan. Critics, however, are seeing red, and not the kind that makes you think of Bitcoin's logo. They argue that this is just another example of Trump's erratic decision-making, a gamble of epic proportions that could destabilize the dollar and send shockwaves through the global financial system. Imagine trying to pay for a Big Mac with a Bitcoin that's lost half its value overnight. Not exactly a recipe for economic stability, is it?
Now you might be wondering, where exactly does the government plan on getting all this Bitcoin? Printing more money is out of the question, mostly because you can't print Bitcoin, and also because the national debt ceiling is about as useful as a screen door on a submarine at this point.
The answer, my friends, lies in the dark arts of asset forfeiture. Remember all those Bitcoin seizures from criminal investigations? The ones involving drug cartels, ransomware attacks? And that one guy who tried to pay for a pizza with Bitcoin back in 2010 and is now kicking himself for not just ordering a salad? Well, it turns out the government has been hoarding that digital loot like a dragon sitting on a mountain of ones and zeros. But that's not all. Trump's crack team of economic advisors, and by crack team we mean the same folks who thought it was a good idea to invest in a casino based on his own name, are busy cooking up new and creative ways to acquire even more Bitcoin. Rumors abound of a government-sponsored Bitcoin mining operation powered by the tears of disappointed taxpayers. But those remain unconfirmed.
Section 4. Digital Dynasty, Dreams of a Bitcoin Empire. For the true believers, the Bitcoin faithful who see Satoshi Nakamoto as a digital deity and the blockchain as the holy grail of finance, this is their moment. The moment Bitcoin goes from being the currency of choice for tech bros and libertarian survivalists to the backbone of the world's most powerful economy. They envision a future where the dollar, weighed down by debt and inflation, is relegated to the dustbin of history, replaced by the mighty Bitcoin. A future where America, powered by its vast reserves of digital gold, dictates the terms of the global financial system. They dream of a day when the only greenbacks left are the ones people use to wipe away the tears of regret for not buying Bitcoin when it was just a twinkle in Satoshi's digital eye. It's a bold vision, to be sure, and not without its share of potential pitfalls. But for the Bitcoin faithful, the potential rewards far outweigh the risks. They're all in, chips on the table, praying to the digital gods that this gamble pays off. Section 5. Skepticism in the crypto mines. Of course, not everyone is quite so bullish on the Bitcoin bandwagon. In fact, there's a whole chorus of skeptics, naysayers, and downright cynics who see this whole thing as a recipe for disaster. They point to Bitcoin's notorious volatility, its susceptibility to market manipulation, and the fact that its value seems to fluctuate more wildly than a squirrel on a sugar rush.
Then there's the issue of transparency, or rather the lack thereof. Bitcoin transactions, while technically traceable on the blockchain, are notoriously difficult to link to real-world identities. This makes it the perfect tool for money laundering, tax evasion, and other nefarious activities that would make even the shadiest Wall Street banker blush. And let's not forget the environmental impact. Bitcoin mining, the energy-intensive process by which new bitcoins are created consumes more electricity than some small countries. Critics argue that using this much energy to prop up a digital currency is not only irresponsible, but downright reckless in the face of climate change.
Section 6. The world reacts. From Wall Street to Main Street. The announcement of America's Bitcoin ambitions has sent shockwaves across the globe, leaving everyone from Wall Street titans to your average Joe scratching their heads in bewilderment. Financial experts are having a field day, spewing out analysis and predictions faster than a Bitcoin ATM dispenses 20s.
Cryptocurrency enthusiasts are, unsurprisingly, over the moon. The price of Bitcoin, after initially dipping faster than a politician's approval rating after a scandal, has since skyrocketed. The Winklevoss twins, those two guys who claim Mark Zuckerberg stole the idea for Facebook from them, are reportedly building a rocket to the moon, presumably to hoard all the Bitcoin they can get their hands on. Meanwhile, the average American is left wondering what it all means for them. Will their retirement savings be converted to Bitcoin? Will they need to start accepting Bitcoin at their lemonade stand? Will someone please explain what the blockchain is, but in a way that doesn't make their brain melt?
Section 7. A brave new world of Bitcoin? Only time will tell what the ultimate impact of Trump's Bitcoin bombshell will be. Will it usher in a new era of American financial dominance? Or will it go down in history as another one of his ill-conceived, poorly executed ideas like Trump stakes or that time he tried to buy Greenland? One thing is for certain, the world of finance is changing. And cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are at the forefront of that change. Whether this is a good thing or a bad thing remains to be seen, but one thing is for sure, it's going to be one hell of a ride. So, buckle up, Buttercup, and get ready for the wild, wacky, and potentially terrifying world of Bitcoin. Just don't blame me if you lose your